Good day, everyone. Welcome to Grade 7 Technical Drafting. Today we'll be discussing your Module 6, that is Performing Mensuration and Calculation. That is one competency in technical drafting. Before we will move on further, allow me to read, or let us read, the objectives of our lesson that is found on page 1 of your module. Okay, so let's have it. Number 1 is you are going to demonstrate understanding in metric and English system of measurement. Number 2 is you are going to perform conversion of units using metric and English system of measurement. Okay, let's have a history on how measurements were started. In the olden times, our great-great-grandparents have their own ways of measurements, or own way of measuring things. Of course, before we all know that they don't have any tools. Okay? So they use their hands, their arms, of course, their body, their feet or sticks in measuring something. That's why you always heard their terms, isang dipa. Isang dipa for them, they estimated as 1 meter, isang dangkal, and other measurements that they used before. Unlike nowadays that you have your ruler, you have your tape measure, you have your meter sticks, and then you have your pull push rule and other tools that we use in measuring. Okay, what are the purposes of learning weights and measurement, or why we need to learn measurements? Okay, of course, number 1 is for agriculture. When we say agriculture, we talk about the products of agriculture. Number 1 is your food. Of course, if you will buy in the market, they use measurements. For example, you buy rice, that is by sack, per kilo, half kaban. So you use them. That is the purpose of measurements. And then, number 2, purposes of why we learn it is for construction. Of course, you all know that if you build a house or you make a building, we need to use pull push rule in measuring. And then the third one is for trade. When we say for trade, if we want to sell something, for example, you want to sell a part of your land, then you use a measurement or an instrument to measure the dimension so that you will know the price of what you are selling. Okay, and then one more thing is our lesson is integrated in different subjects, not only in technical drafting or in TLE, but it is also integrated in math. Okay, mathematics. You all know that math or your math subjects, you use measurements or you compute something by using instruments. Okay, next one is it is integrated in science because you need to follow some procedures or steps in solving your conversion of units. Then third one, it is integrated in history because without the history of our great-grandparents, they did not come up with the tools now that we are using, because I have said a while ago, they are using their hands, their body, or their feet in measurement. But nowadays, you have your different tools like the one I have showed a while ago, your ruler, tape measure, meter sticks, and others. And then the last one is, it is integrated in MAPE because before you play to the ground, there are dimensions or correct measurements of your playground. For example, if you play sepak takraw, there are dimensions or measurements before you play on the court. And then volleyball, and then basketball, and other games. Let's have here the abbreviation that you can find on your module. Okay, hoping you can see here. So we have here the abbreviations. So let's start with your meter. When we say abbreviation, it is a short, to shorten the words or to short the phrase so that you will not write the whole word in converting. Okay, so let's have here your meter. The abbreviation of your meter is M, and then decimeter, DM, centimeter, cm, then millimeter, double M or mm. Okay? Let's have the other one here. Your yard, you can find that on your module. The abbreviation of your yard is YD. Your foot or feet is FT. And then the last one is your inches. The abbreviation is IN or inches. Okay, so no need for you to write the measurement here because we abbreviated it to shorten the word. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so let's start to solve by using your metric and English system of measurements. So I will write here the problem and let's try to solve. Okay, can you read the sample problem? Okay, so before we will answer this one, your problem can be given in words like this, worded problem, or it can be given in concrete numbers only. Okay, anyway, you will solve them the same procedure. Okay, so before we will answer this given problem using your conversion of units, let's learn first the steps. How do we solve it? We have steps. We have 4 steps. Okay. We have here the steps. So number 1 steps, you will find it on your module also. Identify the given. Okay, so we need to identify the given. Okay, so let's have here the example number 1. So let's identify. So 5 feet. Then we will find the height of Dina in centimeters. So we'll write centimeter here. Okay, that is the step number 1. We need to identify the given. Then number 2, we need to identify the conversion values to be used. Okay, so what values we will use? We have here, because it is the problem is given in feet and we will find in centimeter. So feet and centimeter. And then the third one is to identify the conversion fraction, and then the last procedure is to solve. So let's have it. Okay, so number 2 is to identify the conversion values to be used in problem number 1. Okay, so on your module, you can find there your conversion of tables. Maybe in English, your metric, or both English and metric system of measurement. Okay, so procedure number 2 says here to identify what conversion values to be used. Okay, so we will look at the 3 conversion of units. Where do we locate, or where do we find your feet and centimeter? Okay, so let's see. Where is feet? Feet is inches. Okay, so we will see here. Okay, so we'll find here on the metric and English conversion of units. Okay, so we will disregard these 2 tables because we only see here, we can find on this metric and English conversion the problem that we are going to solve. Okay, so since this is feet and then in centimeters, so we will use this table or this conversion of units. Okay, so first step to do is the problem is given in feet and we will convert to centimeters. So first, we need to write feet here down, denominator, so that we will cancel out feet and feet so that only centimeter will be left. Okay, and then after we have written your feet here on the denominator, we will get now the equivalence using the table of conversion. Okay, look at this conversion. What is the equivalent of 1 feet here? Okay, so we will get here. We will use this, the one with green. So feet, how many feet is written here? It is 1. So we will write here. And how many in centimeter? 1 feet. That is 30.48 centimeter. Okay, so where did I get the number? So I get from the conversion of units here. Okay, so 1 feet I copy there, and then 30.48 centimeter I just wrote here up because that is the one we are looking for. Okay. Next is to cancel out. We will cancel feet and feet. Then all numbers here on top is we will multiply. Okay, so 5 times 30.48 divided by 1. Okay, so after we have written, we will proceed to multiplication. So 30.48 times 5. So 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 4, that is 20, plus 4 is 24. 5 times 0, 0. So just bring down 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so next, since there's decimal here, so we need to count how many numbers with decimals. Then the same here down. Where do we put our decimal? So 1, 2, so 1, 2, we will put here your decimal. Then we will copy your answer here. So 1, 5, 2.40. What is the unit now? Since we cancelled out feet and feet, we carry the units to be in centimeter. So that is our final answer. Okay, so this means that the equivalent of 5 feet in centimeter is 152.40 in centimeters. Okay, so did we solve problem number 1? Yes. Okay, so let's have problem number 2. problem number 2 on pure numbers. So we try inches and feet. So 24 inches. How many in feet? Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so as I have said a while ago, whatever units you have here on top, you will write immediately here down so that you will not forget. Okay, so inches, and then we will locate what conversion tables we use. Okay, so since we will locate inches and feet. Okay, so if you use this one, there is no inches and feet because this is inches and centimeter, feet and centimeter. So we'll find here on the English measurement. Okay, so there is feet and inches, and then feet and inches. So we will use this table. Okay, then afterwards, we copy whatever number is here as long as you follow the unit. Okay, so inches, how many inches here? There are 12. So you copy here. So 12. How many in feet? Is 1. Okay, next. As I have said, you cancel out your inch and then inch. We will multiply, so 24 times 1 divided by 12. Okay, then we will proceed to multiplication. So 24 times 1 is 24 divided by 12. Okay, then we will solve 24 divided by 12. Okay, so how many 12s are there in 24? So there are 2. Okay, so 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 1, 2. Then you subtract 24 minus 24, that is 0. Therefore, the answer is 2. What is the unit of measure to be used? It is feet already because we cancelled out inch and inch. Okay, so 2 feet. Okay, so that is our final answer. Okay, this means that 24 inches equivalent in feet is 2, or 2 feet are there in 24 inches. Let's have example number 3. Okay, let's try centimeter and meter and centimeter. 15 meter to centimeter. Okay, so the same procedure, you write your meter here immediately, and then you locate what conversion table to be used. Okay, so let's see the 3. Okay, so we will locate meter and centimeter. Okay, so we will find here on the metric system. So meter and centimeter is here. So we will use this measurement. Okay, so how many meter we have here? So there is 1. So copy 1 there. How many centimeter? You copy how many centimeter here? So it is 100. Okay. Okay. And then we will proceed to cancellation. So we cancel out meter and meter. 15 times 100 over 1. Then let's proceed to multiplication. So let's multiply 15 by 100. Okay, so let's solve. Okay, so 100, let's do the long cut. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 1, that is 5. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 1, that is 1. And then we will add all together. 0, 0, 5, and then 1. Okay, so we will copy our answer here. So it is 1,500. What is the unit of measure to be used? Is it meter or in centimeter? Okay, so if you remember, we cancel out your meter and meter. That's why your answer is supposed to be in centimeter. Okay, so that is your final answer. Okay, I will give you some hints how to multiply numbers with zeros so that you will lessen your time in multiplying. Okay, so this is the long cut or the long way of multiplication. Let's try the shortcut. Okay, so in multiplying zeros, you may multiply only the numbers. Okay, so you just multiply 15 and 1. This one, you just multiply your numbers here, 15 and 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. So 15. And then you count how many zeros and you just add with the numbers you have multiplied. Okay, so how many zeros are there here? There are 2. So you just add 2 zeros. 1, 2. Our answer is the same here as the one we have solved a while ago. Yes, 1,500 are the same with this one. Okay, so that's why I said shortcuts, so that you will lessen your time in multiplying like this. You just multiply the numbers and then you just count how many zeros and you just add. Let's have another example. For example, 1,000 times 2. Okay, so we will use the shortcut. So I have said a while ago, you just multiply the numbers except zeros. Okay, so we will just multiply 2 and 1. Okay, so 2 times 1. So 1 times 2, that is 2. And then, if you remember, I said you just count the zeros and add. Okay, so how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. You just add 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 2,000. Okay, let's multiply the whole numbers, 1,002, if we will get the same answer here. Okay, so 1,000 times 2. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 1, 2. Okay, our answer is the same here or no? Yes, they are the same. We just do the shortcut. Okay, so that is one tip on how to multiply numbers with zeros so that we lessen your time. Okay, that's all. And hoping you have learned something from me, from this video. And continue to answer your module on what's more on page 12. Then what I have learned on page 12 and 13. What I can do on page 14, and then the last one is on the assessment, that is page 15 and 16. Applying those conversion of units and applying the steps that I have demonstrated a while ago. Okay, thank you and have a good